each word separately. Just read first 4 bit, first 4 bit, first 4 bit, like means 4 bit, and then create hash, and then just check such kind of hash matching. So there are different criteria applied by different hash functions, SIM hash based techniques. So now the main issue is they just match the hash keys. So size of matching will be very less. That's why it gives very fast matching. So if you read the algorithm, you will find the same information. Now the next part is the rank mask crawler. Simple crawler is very simple. Just give one web page. There your crawler will identify whether that web page exists in your index repository or not. If not exist, then that crawler will separate all other URLs present in that page, and then they store those URLs into a list or a queue, and then they pick one URL from that queue and again search in the net, and then again continue the same process. This is the simplest crawler. And for means checking whether the similar documents already exist in repository or not, they generally apply SIM hash function for fast similarity checking. So till now it is clear. Now I am just trying to introduce that there is some different types of crawler, like rank mask crawler. Crawling is very important for all search engines. Without crawling is the main part, means it will give you the data where you will you will use to pre-process and then apply the page rank algorithm and then prepare the index table and then provide the user defined rank documents. So it is the basic thing. So rank mask crawler, it is a crawler with high personalized page rank coverage guarantee. The basic motivation behind the development of, till now you read about that page rank is used to rank the web pages, but this time page rank based feature is used to develop the crawler. So this is that's why I covered this paper, that for page rank algorithm it is compulsory that you should have all pages before calculation of page rank. But the beauty of this algorithm is they applied the page rank algorithm to crawl the documents, important documents first, and they do not have all web pages before applying that algorithm. So how they applied page rank in this case? This is the important part. So first motivation is, it is impossible to download the entire web. So what may be the strategy like? Many pages from one calendar may be possible. And when should I stop? How to gain the most benefit from the pages we download? Means we are going to download a very limited number of pages, and pages should be of good quality. Then how to maintain those things? By using page rank scheme. That's why it is known as rank mask crawler. So the main issues are, first is crawler guarantee. Guarantee on how much of the important part of web they cover when they stop crawling. And second part is, if we don't see the pages, how do we know that how important they are? And second most important motivation points are crawler efficiency. Download the important pages early during the crawl and obtain the coverage with a minimum number of downloads. These are the goals. These are still the open problem to solve. That if you have to develop a small scale search engine, then how how to download minimum number of very useful pages through crawler. Actually, I decided to cover those things which are not very public, slightly unique, because you all already know what is crawler, how it works. That's why I decided to cover slightly unique things. So the main part of this scheme is, first is formalize the coverage matrix, second is link neighbor, crawling with rank mass guarantee, second is rank mass, crawling to achieve the highest rank marks, and fourth is the windowed rank mass. These are the different strategies applied to crawl pages of highly important pages from web. So before going into detail, we first discuss about what is the page rank and what is the personalized page rank. What are the difference between two different types of page ranks? Actually, in traditional page rank, we'll go through simple example. In this case, suppose I am going to calculate the page rank of page 3, okay. Then page rank of page 3 will depend upon how many incoming links are coming to page 3 from page 1 and page 4. So it will be like page rank of page 3 page rank of page 1 divided by number of outgoing links. How many outgoing links of page 1? Because its importance are divided. Page 1's importance are divided. So it will be divided by 2 plus page rank of page 4. If there are outgoing links, it contains 3 outgoing links plus this is the traditional page rank algorithm. Here lambda is the, what is lambda here? Actually, page rank contains 2 parts. In every page rank equation, you will find there exist 2 different parts. This is first part and this is second part. What are the roles of both parts? Do you know? If you are able to understand the role of different parts of page rank, then you will easily analyze that what is the personalized page rank and what is the traditional general page rank. This part, this is the first part, it calculates the page rank based on the incoming link, okay, and this is the second part, it is responsible for what will be the next move. Actually, page rank is based on random walk. So what will be, whether after calculation of page rank, our position in random walk is here. So I calculated the page rank of page 3. So what will be our next move? Either we will stay on page 3, go on different page, decided by this part. So this part decides our movement or next jump in the random walk, okay. Mean this part controls our movement through the pages in the calculation process of PageRank. So this is very important. And what is the use of this part? If suppose you remove this part, then what will happen? Suppose you remove this part and your suppose your PageRank system is like this. And your random walk will come here, then it will not move anywhere from this place because you removed this part after removal of this part. So this part, main role of this part is to remove the problems caused by sync problem, dead end problem. This part actually removes the such kind of problems. This is the actual role. And if you modify the role of such part, then you can generate the personalized PageRank. Okay, so you got it, how PageRank behaves, how you can calculate the PageRank score of any node. Now go through the personalized PageRank. This is the personalized PageRank part. In personalized PageRank part, we consider that we have some set of nodes. We consider that we have some set of nodes with highest priority. Means from here, in the traditional PageRank, we can jump from here to here, anywhere in the web page. But personalized rank controls this part by providing high priority to particular type of pages. So this is the personalized PageRank. Here the probability is 1 minus D. D is a just try to recall what is D. So now here we provide equal probability to jump from anywhere to anywhere. But here this is not so. We are biased towards some nodes that if it comes nodes which belongs to Ti, then probability will be greater than 0, and for other case it will be equal to 0 or some very small quantity. Means suppose these nodes are prior nodes. Suppose some nodes are prior nodes with high priority, then probability to jump back to this node or this node and again this node and again this node will be very high with respect to jumping here from any other node. Then entire PageRank will be biased towards such particular nodes. So you got it? This is the difference between personalized PageRank and traditional PageRank. Now I will go through the rank mass. Till now, to calculate the personalized PageRank and PageRank, you should have a complete information about web pages. But to calculate the rank mass, they develop one technique that without having complete knowledge of complete information about whole web pages, you can calculate the importance of page. How it is possible? By using personalized PageRank, here the rank mass of DC is any particular page is defined by this part Ri for any particular page Pi. Now coverage guarantee of this part is we seek that crawler that given, okay, proof is not here. Okay. Here the rank mass of any any web page, instead of calculating the entire page rank, it calculates the lower limit, possible lower limit of any web page rank of any web page, and try to capture higher value with respect to that lower limit. This is the main motivation behind that. But it is not guarantee. It means it doesn't provide complete guarantee that every time you will get highest rank pages or high rank pages. but most of the time you will get good pages. So when page come, it try to jump on that and try to capture the some rank and then analyze that whether I am on right place or not. Then discard that and again apply the personalized page rank and then continue that, checking that whether it is more than lower limit of page rank or not, personalized page rank or not. Here personalization is defined by using some initial root words that is related to seed word. For example, you are going to calculate the rank mass for documents related to football, then you may have some seed word related to keyword related to football, and based on that seed word, or for cricket you may have some seed word or root word for cricket related web pages. Based on those seed words you can hello no so this is a general process of calculating the rank mass. It is already discussed here that we seek a crawler that for a given n downloads DC is equal to n, rank mass of DC is greater than or equal to any other DC is equal to n. Here DC is member to the document set D. Actually this paper is got accepted in VLDV 2007. So I covered this concept from that paper. VLDV is A+ grade conference. Now the important issues of rank mass crawler. First is it is based on page rank. Second is how do you compute the rank mass of any web page without downloading the entire web. It is also important. We cannot compute the exact, but we can compute the lower bound that I discussed is used in calculation of such kind of page rank, and we depends upon a single trusted page. So this is the definition that how crawler crawl the highest page rank with highest coverage guarantee. So here crawler starts with this web page and at level is equal to 1 it checks whether to go through this page or this page or not. After connecting this page, what will be the possible page rank value? What will be the change of personalized page rank value? If all supports that it greater than minimum threshold, then it goes through all other directions. Now it is at level 2. At level 2 we have again different options. So again we will check that whether it satisfies the, after combining the connected web pages, if it satisfies the minimum page rank threshold or not. If it satisfies, then the pages which satisfies we will go through that pages and then capture the next linked pages. Means suppose at level 1 we collected 3 pages, I will calculate the page rank. Now again calculated at level 2 we have 5-6 more web pages. Now again calculate the personalized page rank. If difference will be, if new pages, if the difference is supports the new pages supports the minimum frequency threshold or cross the minimum frequency threshold, we include that and go forward. Now some important issues for rank mass crawler. How that we can lower bound means guarantee that you will get correct answer or you will get appropriate answer. So here we assume that a trust vector is actually set of keywords or root words and the sum of page rank values of all L neighbors of P1. If it is at least d to the power L plus 1 or close to 1, then we will proceed. And the lower bound guarantee general case here is the rank mass of L neighbors of group of all trusted pages is at least d to the power l plus 1, which is close to 1, then we can, this provides the guarantee of lower bound, and this provides the guarantee that if we depends upon this, then equation will converge. So it just checks the some lower bound related frequency threshold, means if you combine the new page by adding at new link level or calculation of personalized page rank after new link at new link level, if it supports some minimum frequency threshold, then we go forward, otherwise not. So this is the technique how to calculate the lower bound, that how to identify the lower bound threshold. Lower bound threshold can be calculated by 1 minus d to the power l plus 1. This is general scheme how to, this is general pseudocode how to calculate the L neighbor crawler. This is also based upon lower bound page rank algorithm. First it calculates the link pages near to a particular web page, link page, directly link pages, and then go through the L neighbor and then check whether it satisfies the particular threshold or not. If satisfies, then add that page and then continues. This is simple demo that how it works. So initially they started, and this is our trusted page. Now here interruption occurs, again taken the trusted page, again continue, again interruption occurs, again continue. So after that you will have this many pages in your sets. Now how to calculate the page rank lower bound? Actually page rank, you know the probability of random surfer in P, in page rank, in page particular P represents the page. Now to calculate the page rank lower bound, break down the path by interrupts and jump to a trusted page, and sum of all paths that we start from interrupted at the end with P, then you will get the page rank score at each place. This is just an expansion of simple page rank algorithm. So this is the basic idea that how calculated. This is a basic definition of rank basic pseudocode of rank mask crawler. Now it depends upon the types you can apply to download these rank mask crawlers. It means apply those rank mask crawlers with different strategies of downloading. Now there is a windowed rank mask. Windowed rank mask means just take a window, take a window of size k, means k may be equal to 2, 3, means once at a time you can cover 3, 4, 5 pages to capture those things. The entire discussion that I cover is captured from PhD thesis and a current paper on BLDB 2007. Both papers are, paper and PhD thesis are freely available on net. So if you want to go through in detail, just type those things on Google. You will get the entire page, PhD thesis in PDF format and paper in PDF format. Actually time is not very, I don't have very much time. Now it is 3. That's why I am trying to cover as fast as possible. But I try to discuss all basic ideas and main ideas that those systems are using. Now I will go through the basic search engine techniques. Do you have any questions regarding crawler? You already know the basic crawlers. Basic crawler is very simple. Means major problem is, suppose you want to develop some crawlers with some specific information or some specific purpose, only then complexity occurs. Otherwise, suppose you want to develop crawler by using distributed system, then some research issues are still open, like how to develop most efficient parallel system to manage the entire crawling task. This is only problem left. But if you want some focused crawler, means you want to, for example, suppose you are downloading the sites related to cricket, then there may be some keywords or link which will draw you towards pages like companies which are manufacturing the products for cricket. So how to filter those kind of things? This is also a problem, because in that case your similarity measure will show that both are very similar, because they will discuss about all things used in cricket, and those companies website you will get similar kind of information. So your similarity criteria says that no, both are, means both pages are almost slightly different but related to same topic, so they will go towards that also. And after entering on that company page, you will get the links for other related companies, then your crawling will diverge, and your final index will contain a lot of unnecessary documents, and it will reduce the performance of your search engine, means domain specific search engine or particular feature specific search quality. So now I will go through some search engine structure. Only Google search engine's initial structure is available on web through the article named as Anatomy of Search Engine. There is no other architectures are available, publicly available, famous architectures. Even I don't think Google is using this architecture. So this is the basic architecture for any search engine. These are the web pages. So first web crawler will crawl those pages, their indexer will index those pages in different indexes database, and after that it will create the inverted index here. So suppose when you apply the search from here by adding keyword here, search keyword here, then their searching mechanism rank the documents based on those keywords and then give the documents as given here. At the same time, most of the professional search engine search the ad index also. For ad indexes, they provide some ad pages at the left of your search. If you click on that, then company will get some, search engine company will get some payment. So this is the simple technique how search engine works. Now the first step is crawling the web. So how Google do those things? Google has a fast distributed crawling system. Each crawler keeps roughly 300 connections open at once. Google can crawl over 100 web pages per second using 4 crawlers at the peak speed 600 kilobyte per second of data. Each crawler maintains its own DNS cache, and the crawler uses asynchronous input-output and a number of queues. This is the system. Internet resources. Web crawler finds and fetches the web pages. Indexer sorts and creates the indexes of words in the database. This is Google database. They apply query processor, their search engine. They collect the query and apply the ranking process and then respond. So this is the traditional initial architecture of Google search engine. Now the next portion is parsing. So you already know what is the parsing. What is parsing? Parsing means you extract the words, their occurrence frequency, and then after that you calculate the inverted index. So these are the basic features, these are basic tasks used by all search engines. So this is the basic structure used by the search engine. First, URL server, apply the crawling and then store the result to a store server. From there they send it to repository, and then indexer calculates the inverted index for given documents and store into barrel shifters, and a sorter sorts the data stored in each barrel shifter. Now each barrel shifter contains inverted document index, means word plus document ID. Now how to indexing documents into barrels. After each document is parsed, it is encoded into number of barrels. Every word is converted into word ID by using in-memory hash table. New additions to lexicon hash tables are logged to the file, and word in the current documents are translated into hit list. The words are written into the forward barrels, and then for parallelization, indexers writes a log to the file instead of sharing the lexicon. Means this is very important part. This is very important part. To parallelize operation, what you can do, you may put the information that which part you are going to index in which barrel. There are separate barrels. Each barrels may be a indexed queue or indexed storage device. So what type of indexing Google use? Each barrel generates a log file, means they stored the file starting from this index to this index. Such type of